Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to do an annotated bibliography for the first one we do this in class is for the students' rights to their own language assignment paper. I want to start by encouraging you to reread the prompt. It tells you the word count there, minimum 1,250. It says to 1,500 words, but you know what? I don't care. I got 1,700 words. Nobody goes over 1,700 words. It really wouldn't upset me if you go long. It was a statement adopted by the National Council of Teachers in English in '74, reaffirmed in the 2004. It's not a law. All right? Read through this. It's worth reading it. If it's still confusing after you read it, well, the important thing is you read also, this is how I'm going to grade it right there, this statement right here. This is the big statement, and these links are very useful. This is the one you... Anyway, read that. The idea is we're all language, and this will challenge your values. You're going to read the NCTE Students' Rights to Their Own Language, a retrospective, which is from the English Journal, which is a journal. That is volume 84, number 1. Pages number there. That's not how you cite it, but that's the information you need to cite it. I took this from JSTOR, but you're going to create a document. Remember, it's your name, my name, class name, date, and then the title. Now, already I see we've got a problem. It should be double-spaced. How do you do that in Google Docs, you say? Or Word works pretty much like this, too. In Word, Control-2, highlight everything, Control-2 will do it. The title should be centered. Annotated bib, annotated bibliography, I don't care. I started out with Smitherman, comma, Geneva, period, students' rights to their own language. I helped you out because, look, double quotes around the first part because they had double quote, well, around the entire article because article titles get quotation marks. Journal names and book titles get italics, not underlined, never underlined. Italics, you're not using a typewriter, you're using a computer. It's the title of the article gets quotes. Nothing ever gets quotation marks and italics both. I don't know why people do that, and it irritates me. Well, I'll tell you why people do that. Because they don't go to the MLA format. This is how you cite an article in a journal. People say, well, I don't know how to do it. Well, you look it up. I don't expect you to memorize how to cite a journal. Or I expect you to learn how to look it up. Author's last name, comma, first name, period, title of the article in quotation marks, title of the journal in italics, volume, issue, year. Notice in their example down here, do they write VOL 69? No, they do not. They just put 69 because if you do it in order, I know that's the volume. They don't put issue in front of 3 because volume, period, issue is the format. And year in parentheses. Pages, they don't write the word pages because that's what comes at the end. The medium, right here, that word medium means, is it a online, in which case you call it web. If it's a PDF from a database, I call it print. Because you're really looking with the Silverman article, which it's a photograph. PDF means photographic document format. And this is what it looks like in the actual journal. What I like about the one I gave you, by the way, is I highlighted stuff already. And this is some really interesting stuff, man. Stokely Carmichael, I think he was in there with these, middle-aged English teachers forming this statement. That's just awesome. Note, it's got to have the hanging indent, otherwise it's not the right format. A bunch of my students in the past, you're not going to do this, a bunch of my students in the past, they like to go to Citation Machine or Son of Citation Machine or some odd online thing that comes close, like in hand grenades and bad breath. It just doesn't work out very well for anybody. And they say, well, and they put like and then Kate, Council of Teachers, because that's who published it. Well, all right, let's look over here. Does it ask for the publisher? It asks you for the title of the journal. It asks you for the volume, the issue, and the year. It doesn't say who published it. It doesn't ask for that information, so you don't need to give it to me. It'll get you close, but then you come look in this place. You do the list of works cited. It's a periodical, because it's a journal. Article and journal, page 21. That's all we got here. You're going to skip a line and type your summary right below it. No extra hard return, just everything's double-spaced and only double-spaced. But before you do that, I want to show you real quick. what do you call it? This is a regular looking indent for a paragraph, except that this isn't a regular paragraph. This is a citation. You have to grab the bottom one, and then you have to grab there. There. That's how it looks there. You have to make sure, you got to make sure your cursor's in the right place. Now, get this. It's going to be the same for the paragraph below, but there it's not. So you either have to go back here and move it up, or I'm just going to delete that invisible paragraph marker. Now, type your paragraph summary. I like short summaries. I want you to tell me what that summary is, what that article is about in your own words. You may indent or not. I don't care, as long as we're going to build this into a longer annotated bibliography.